Today's video is brought to you by HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal subscription service offering fresh, premium quality meals. And the great thing about HelloFresh is they've got loads of recipes, which allows us here at Stretford Paddock to make varied and high quality meals around our schedules. We're based in the city centre, so it can just be easy to walk home and just grab a takeaway or treat. HelloFresh makes it so easy to cook at home. They have their meal recipe cards, which means they take you through step by step how to prepare fantastic meals at home. See, look at that. You can see Jay making his steak. Delicious.
Pretty good, if I do say so myself.
I made an absolutely fantastic chicken curry as well. And the great thing is they've got different recipe cards that take different times. So depending on how long you've got, what your schedule is, you can make something that suits you. So again, make sure you use our code 60SPaddock. You can see it right there on the screen. Get 60% off and 25% off the next 2 months and free gifts using our special code. The link is in the description. Use the code at checkout. Go and check out HelloFresh and get involved. Offer ends at the end of February. Go and check them out.
Honestly, before we get started,
Go on. Here we go.
HelloFresh have been so kind as to send you some tester products. What the hell did you do with that steak?
It was how me and my family like it. We like it well done. So that is how I have it. Well, for that purposes, that meal. Why are you looking at me like...
I'm offended.
Needed sauce. It was a bit dry,
sat in
wasn't
your
it?
trenches.
Just a bit dry. Needed a bit of sauce on it, know what I mean?
It was lovely, that.
No, it wasn't.
Needed a little bit of flavour.
And it had flavour, and it was gorgeous. And my missus and my
The
kids
lovely
and
folks
me,
at HelloFresh have sent you a full meal,
and it was gorgeous.
and you've
Go and check it out. There's a link in the description.
absolutely nuked it.
Listen, I liked it, and that's all that matters. Yeah.
Correct. That's all that matters.
Is it a little bit dry, Hopper? Yeah, because it's just ash. I'm offended.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can cook me a steak next week, and we'll see how your cooking is. Yeah.
Jay, I'm
Hey?
like.
Are
There's
you,
not a lot
are
I
you a
can
good
cook.
chef? Seriously.
No, but I can do a couple of things.
What? Go on.
Steak being one of them.
I can cook a steak, right? I'll make you a steak.
The evidence suggests otherwise. I'm going to be honest.
I can do two things, right? Oreo cheesecake, steak and chips.
I mean, there's no bragging here because it's pretty straightforward, but I do a mean chicken and chorizo paella.
Really? Oh, yeah, I'll bet that. What about you?
And I like a
Mate,
steak.
I don't
What's
cook,
your
me.
signature?
I don't cook, me.
You don't cook?
No, I can't cook.
What do you mean you can't cook?
Can't
That's a
cook.
load of bollocks, isn't it? You
Can't cook.
You
I
just
can't.
be bothered.
That makes two of you then.
Right.
I can't cook. At least I'm open and honest, Jay, you know what I mean? No lying on here.
I'm not
Can't
lying.
cook.
Right, listen.
What are we doing then, Hopper? Just beans on toast all
Nah,
all
my
day,
missus
every day?
cooks. My missus is a good cook, so.
Is she? What's the sort of meals that you like? What's she make you that you like your favourite?
And like chicken dippers, smiley faces. Like
Yeah.
Everyone takes the mick
Turkey
and say
dinosaurs.
that I'm very like that. But mates of mine are like, what you having for tea? Chicken nuggets, like chicken dippers and that. That's what they say. But
Yeah.
no.
Fish finger
Like
sandwiches.
Nah, I don't like fish fingers.
What?
Do you not?
What?
I don't have them a lot. In fact, it might be a decade since I last had them, but fish fingers are pretty good.
They are mint.
Don't
It's one of
like
those
fish
though, you wouldn't
fingers,
think, oh, get me some fish fingers.
Chicken
Well,
nuggets
I
are better.
was walking around, I went bananas in Tesco the other day. Joe, when you go and you're not eating.
Yeah.
Just
I got
raided it.
roasted by an old lady at the checkout. She was like,
What? Sorry?
she goes, no. She's like,
Too much info, that,
she's
Jay.
giving the-
St.
She went,
John's
you know
in
we're
that.
open the rest of the week, right?
Class.
All right, what are you trying to say?
What Tesco was that?
Ours.
Charleston.
Right.
Was it?
British Patel says up the RH at the
Up the
game
RH.
tomorrow, up the Paddock.
Love it.
Could do with a win, couldn't we? I haven't seen, so
Go on.
we've lost 4 league games
Explain what
consecutive.
people will be like, what's he on about?
We've lost 4 league games consecutive. We lost a game against North West County's team in a friendly Tuesday night. But I'm not happy. I'm asked about that because good performance, and that's what friendlies are about. We don't count results in front. But the last game we had before I went to Qatar, we also lost that. So I'm technically 6 straight defeats.
You are. Was it Frank de Boer?
Yeah, Mourinho slagged
but
him off.
however, I had won prior to that 75% of my games.
All right then. You are Ollie when he's been made permanent manager.
Ollie fever.
You are. Yeah.
Ollie
You
fever.
are Ollie after Paris.
So Could do with the 3 points tomorrow. And
know you
who we
do.
played? Oh, team above us in the league.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Easy 3 points
That's
then.
a fucking
The
tapping,
lads
isn't it?
need to pull a finger out for you, don't they?
Do they?
Mate.
They do.
I ask you this all the time, but are you getting more angry as the results go against you? Are you getting less angry? What's your psychology?
I'm pretty calm till the whistle goes, and then I am apoplectic.
Apoplectic, I love that word, good lad. Liam Pickering says, wife and I...
Everything. Throw-ins. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You regret that aggressive.
How many red cards have you had as a manager?
2, I think.
Steve's that guy. Go get hold of the game, ref. Get hold of the game. You're letting it go.
Ref, you're ruining the game, ref.
I try and be smart with it. I try and be
game.
smart with it, but I end up not being smart with it because I'm so sarcastic.
Yeah.
But I also,
Are you like Jose?
rather than just scream at the ref, because I don't think that works.
No.
I don't think that works.
Can't
I
tell
try
right
and
now.
wait till it settles down a bit and go, ref. Got that one wrong.
Wow.
Really, really quiet. Just like a little bit. Yeah, because you're not aggressive. Like, that's not right.
Yeah.
Like, I think it gets in the red more.
Yeah.
Yeah, ref. Come on.
Get hold of the game, ref.
You got that
It's
one
poor,
I
this.
love that. Get hold of the
It
game.
proper
Well, that's what I got
hurts
sent
them,
off
though.
for.
It proper
I
hurts
said,
them,
get a grip of this fucking game.
Yeah.
Someone had just been elbowed right in front of me, and I was like, ref, it's an elbow. And he was like, I'm playing advantage. Now, for those that aren't dumb and actually know the laws of the game, there is no advantage for serious foul play.
Yeah.
Right? And an elbow is serious foul play. So I explained that to the referee very quickly and aggressively. And then he gives a free kick. All right, cool. And we play the ball to Ronaldo. And no one ever tackles Ronaldo. You know it's like with him, don't they? It's just 2 foot waist high with him every time. Because it's his own fault because he just dribbles.
Yeah.
So you know he's not going to pass it, so you can just steam it on him. So from that free kick, we've passed it to Ronaldo, and a guy's 2-footed him. So I think I threw a clipboard and shouted, get a fucking grip of the game. Got sent off.
You know when you
Game's
get
gone.
sent off, where do you go though? Like if it's not like not like being sarcastic.
Well, we
like,
was at Flixton.
oh, right, so you
I
went
just
over the
dipped under the barrier and stood 6 inches further back, and then he
Yeah.
made me, which he didn't, like technically he was wrong to do, but what you're going to do, just argue with the ref after he's already sent you off. What's the point? So I dipped under the barrier, and he was like, no, go away. So I went and sat in the stand on the other
Was
side.
it like an Arsene Wenger moment?
Yeah,
at
where
Old
do
Trafford?
you want me to go?
Yeah.
Because technically all you've got to do is come off the sideline.
Right.
Like if you get sent off, you could literally go and sit in row A, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. You don't have to leave the stadium, the car park, or the postcode like some refs think you do.
My God. It's proper serious then, isn't it? Eh? No messing about.
Yeah, they get offended, don't they? If you
What
But
about you?
can I
You
just
like
say,
it
who'd
when
be
you
a
go
ref?
to- you ever
me,
shout
nah,
or lose
I'm
temper?
nah.
You can't.
I'm good,
chill.
mate. I'm good.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
mate.
I'm not. It's very
thing is, you
different
do
though,
what
isn't
you
it?
want, so
It's
yeah,
very
exactly.
different.
You can't be
Can't be
screaming at
Nah,
mental
mate,
doing one-to-ones.
imagine that working with a pro going
Working
mad.
with Bruno,
Like,
screaming
who's
at
this?
him,
Who's
you'll
this
fight
guy
with him.
here?
Right.
But like you said, it's very different though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like he's got to motivate his team, and listen, like if he's telling them to do certain things and they're not doing them, he's going to lose his head, innit?
Yeah.
Like he's not going to preach to someone who can't be preached. Get rid of him. You're not playing next week. You're gone.
In case you don't know, I think most of you do know, RH does elite coaching, don't you, bro?
I do, sir.
Liam Pickering's in the chat says, wife and I visited Manchester from the US. Where's the best food place in Manchester? Personally, I'd go with the Greg's drive-thru in Earlham. What are you saying? One of my favourites.
There's so many mega restaurants. Like, you got a bit of cash. You're
I
from
imagine he's
America.
flying over from America. He's not skinned, is
he's
he?
not. He's not necessarily thinking Greg's or
Yeah.
Pret.
All right, sorry. Yeah.
But-
He might have a few
I
quid.
seen your thing
Somewhere like the French
today.
would be a good spot if you're a bit cashed up.
Is San Carlo still a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
San Carlos was full of dicks Snapchatting himself. To
Oh,
be
is
honest,
that?
yeah.
Ah, okay. No, I've not been in there for about 10 years.
Wings is good as the
I like an
favourite
Indian
of. Akbar's is good
That
for that.
bars is very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At bars, where else did you say? The Louis Van Gaal's favourite?
Yeah, Wings.
Vings.
If you go on TripAdvisor, just hit restaurants.
Yeah.
You can sort like there's tons. There's so many. Like Manchester's genuinely mega for it. We've got 2 Michelin stars now, haven't we? 2 Michelin star gaffs. I've not been to either of them. One's a burger joint.
There you go, then you see. You don't get that in London.
How'd you get a Michelin star burger?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
'Cause honestly-
I think it has ketchup and mayo on it.
That's crazy, Jay. I love a Five Guys burger, right? Five Guys burger. It's juicy. It's succulent.
We were talking about this upstairs before, like Five Guys. I don't even think Five Guys for me is like a payday thing. I think it's like a birthday thing. It's like an annual thing.
But it's a good burger. I
It's
don't know
amazing.
how
It's-
you
it's
improve
top.
that
Yeah.
burger.
It is top tier.
I don't know how you can justify paying what you pay for.
That's
a
what I mean. It's a
Five Guys, though.
treat.
Like,
I can't even do it as a
mental, innit?
payday thing.
Fills you up, though.
It has to be
Yeah,
like
but
we're going
still.
for a Five Guys. Like something's going down.
Like put a
Yeah,
suit and all.
celebration.
Yeah,
It's your birthday meal, is that what you're saying? Right, take the family out to Five Guys.
Come on. You only
Get what you want, kids.
It's a great burger, though. It's a great burger.
It is.
Like,
It's unreal.
the missus reckons In-N-Out in America is the best burger she's had. And I thought it was good. I don't think it can fuck with Five
I
Guys.
don't think it's as
Five
good as
Guys the
Five
best
Guys.
burger you've ever had in your
Oh,
life.
hands down.
Chick-fil-A
So how do you get
in America?
a Michelin star? Like, how can someone tell me that Five Guys is worse than this Michelin star? And I'm not eating it, so I can't tell you, but I just can't imagine it's significantly better.
That's the thing with Michelin stars when it's politics.
Yeah. And there's like, they wouldn't give Manchester one for how long? Even though like people was coming up from London going, this is better than what I got a Michelin star for in
That's what I
London.
mean. They hate us up here, don't they? Just don't like us Mancunians.
They don't, do they?
Don't like us having nice things. They're just jealous.
Wood is
Correct.
good as well.
Woody's good. Yeah. There you go, Liam. You've got a load there, bro.
Have fun, mate. Take the
Have
missus
fun,
out.
yeah. Someone
Check
says...
someone else's missus out.
Peter Knight says Rob Dawson claims the Glazers are hesitant about selling because they think Eric Ten Hag is the real deal. Thoughts, Steve? What moisturiser do you use?
I use Vaseline Intensive Care.
Nice. It's good stuff, that.
Got addicted to it when I was in Oman. Because Oman was the hottest sun I've ever had. And I was just dunking myself in after it because my skin felt like this table, just killing. Really intense sun and heat. So I got banged into it after that. Never stopped. Love
What are
it.
you laughing at?
Love it.
You're saying
Smells amazing.
No,
isn't it?
it's just
a gruff army man from East Manchester
No.
can't moisturise.
No, it's good. Look
Yeah.
after your skin.
What do you use?
Don't.
Oh.
Factor 50.
Soz hard.
It's Factor 50 in Manchester. That's what I put on. Ginger skin.
What are we on about here with the Glazers? That they're hesitant because they think Ten Hag's the real deal.
Yeah, apparently Rob Dawson's done articles saying they may be willing to sell a minority stake.
Oh, go on, quick. Go get the bat.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just
The famous bat.
fuck off, Glazers. Just go. You're not wanted. You never were. You look like you're going. Take the money off Jim Ratcliffe and do one. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
Or
Seems to-
take it from someone else. There's lots of people that'll buy the club. Do you know what I mean?
Loads.
Like,
Chelsea have 30 something
yeah,
bids.
and
for
they're
him.
a small club in Fulham. Literally. Do you know what I mean? So,
Spendy though.
Done bits in the window.
not really,
haven't
have they? He could have done a bit more, couldn't he, Burley? He's fucking been a bit,
How long do you
stingy.
reckon Potter gets? 'Cause
Hopper-
if he-
how long
I
Hopper
just looked
gets?
at you and said,
they? Oh, good job, that.
how long
He's
do you
already
reckon
getting rid of you.
Graham Potter gets? Because if he finishes 10th, he's getting took
I
out
was-
into the woods, isn't he?
I was saying to Dej, your mate,
They're just a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
There's some context there, not just random.
yeah.
Not that random.
And I was saying to him, like, I don't think Potter sees next season. He's like, oh, he will, he will. I was like,
I think he's like
give him 2 years and he'll build a
fifth.
good team. And I think if you gave him 2 years, I think he would, but you won't get 2 years.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't come 5th, he's probably getting a bullet.
Because they're in the shit, aren't they?
Even 5th is not good. but I
financial
think-
fair play.
Yeah.
They could have to sell like English players. They haven't got that many.
Do you reckon
Because
them
the Fox-
signings are his signings, though, or do you reckon?
Yeah.
No.
No.
gonna
Do
say,
you reckon
'cause
he's
there's
gone?
no
I'll
chance, is
tell
there?
you what, when you arrive there, can you get me this list of
Mate,
players?
there's no-
All 32 of them.
There was a
Literally,
press
it's someone
conference,
cheating on Footy Manager. That's the level of signings
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just done
it's
this
mad.
summer and winter.
Seen his press conference this morning when he walks in. He said, "Well, there's a lot of you here," and then when the reporter goes, "Yeah, just like your changing room."
Really?
There's a better way of phrasing that.
Timing's unreal.
It's the same joke, but there's a better way of phrasing it.
Yeah. Are you going to share it with us all?
No, I'm just saying. there's
All
no
right,
way.
okay.
I
Yeah.
said we just walk back in the changing room again or something.
Hostad Digital Media says, apparently this is 29 trending for hair and beauty, Steve. Laughing emoji.
What is? Vaseline Intensive Care?
Yeah, this video, I presume.
Oh, right.
Lee New says they'll go for Poch. Your mate again, innit? Poch.
I wonder where
I
Poch,
think that
Tuchel,
works
and
for them.
who else is out? Ollie. Those three managers and Zidane, 4. I wonder where they're all going to go.
Zidane's a good one.
Yeah, Zidane
He'll
is
go
a
for
good one.
Zidane one because it's the biggest name. Todd Burley's just, he's like, well,
I've heard of him.
who's the biggest name? Who's like,
Zidane would be class as
Yeah.
well.
He's going to start peeling 20s off until Zidane goes wee.
yeah, he's gonna win in the end.
That's
Yeah,
French
he'll
for
go
yes.
Is it?
Yeah, by the way.
Write that down. French for yes
Yeah,
is
but
we.
I didn't know the code to the door, did I?
No,
Had to-
you- I had to talk him through it. Hey,
Yeah,
like I was
way
talking
off
to my
it, wasn't
grandma. Press that button.
Yeah.
Which button,
Now press that other one.
See a green light?
Yeah, now you
Yeah.
can come in. Is the door open? Try and come in.
It's just opening now, Jay.
Yeah, it says here, Lee New says, hashtag 29 trending for hair and beauty. What are you trying to say? Why are you surprised?
Well, not for hair, Jay.
Well, you've got a lovely head of hair.
That's true.
I'm gone, mate.
Are you gone?
Gone, mate.
Are you?
I'm not good. That's why I wear it out every time I
Really?
come on here, yeah.
You want
Steve
Turkey? What?
Sidwell,
Get
mate.
you over to Turkey? Box
Yeah,
you off.
would you ever do one of them?
I don't know, you know.
Implants.
Probably have
Where
to
did Beckham get
embrace
his
it, you
done?
know.
Did he get it?
Embrace
What are
it.
you talking about?
I know he's had a
Lewis?
lot of work done. I didn't know if he's had his hair
What
done.
has Beck's
are you
had one
talking
yet?
about,
I'm
Lewis?
being serious here. Has Beck's had
Google Beckham thinning hair, and honestly,
Let's have a look.
it looked
He had
like a
top-
lollipop that had been
he had
dropped
the
on
top head
carpet
of
for a
hair,
bit. But now, it's spectacular, like you run your hands through it.
Oh yeah.
In 99, he had a
Look at
top
that.
trim.
Yeah. Look. I didn't realise. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Steve's on it, isn't he?
He knows. Steve knows everything about David Beckham.
I thought I'd seen him on video in Qatar because I never got close to him. That was my disappointment.
Was it?
Gutted, yeah. Cuddled Fat Ronaldo.
That's unreal.
Right.
Isn't it?
Oh, you didn't get close to Beckham. Was he there? Was you in his vicinity?
No, I never even that I was aware of. I think he was
Producer
in the
Ethan,
stadium
I've
a
sent
couple
you that.
times.
So you want to stick that picture up on the screen.
I think he was in the same stadium a couple of times, but because it was England games and that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Real met me one of the games. I was on the other side in the cheap seats.
That would have been unreal, wouldn't it, to meet him?
That was my 2 goals. I went out there and went, I won original Ronaldo, David Beckham, selfies. That's me.
What
Done.
was his English like? Big
Beckham,
Ronaldo?
it's all right.
Beckham.
He's getting
No,
there.
big.
It's like,
No,
like
he can,
a
I know he don't
lads,
think
come
it.
on.
nearly
Don't be
did a
like
full
this.
sentence.
Lads, I'm not coming on again. Fuming here. And you're meant to be on my side here. Like, we're Jaws and in the
Mate,
minute, like, what's going on here? You know what I meant?
sorry,
Yeah,
Ali.
almost get a paragraph.
What was it
out of
like?
him.
You worked with him, didn't you? You did the David Beckham film.
Stop, mate. Come on. Come on. My acting career, Oscar worthy, that, mate.
Mate, no,
Oscar
I'm not.
I'm going
it sounds
into
like
that
I'm
game,
picking on
mate.
you here, and I'm
No,
not.
you're not picking on me, mate.
I wouldn't.
You know-
I couldn't for starters because you're from Doyleston. But you did do the David Beckham film, wasn't it?
A young Beckham.
The young
film,
Beckham.
Yeah. I
Did you meet him?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I wish you did.
I didn't know the. Sorry, I didn't know the background. I
Nah,
thought this
mate,
was like.
listen.
Was this like Bend It Like Beckham was a success?
Yeah,
and
it
they
was
thought,
more- yeah,
Let's
yeah,
cash
it
in
was
on
more, yeah.
this. Like, let's make a film
Yeah.
about David Beckham. And you were. Who did you play?
I played myself because
Oh, right.
I'm the big dog. I don't just play myself. Know what I mean?
If someone told me this, one of the producers told me this, when Hopper was in a film, I was like, shut up. Like, no, he was.
Oscar worthy.
Oh, it's Oscar
performance.
worthy, undoubtedly.
Haven't we played it before?
Yeah, you played it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't play it again.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. He hasn't. I've said that's because I've sent it to the wrong one. That's my fault. Why you should be proud of it. Oscar-worthy
Yeah, I'm
performance.
buzzing.
What was it called? It was called the Young David. Was it actually called Young Beckham?
Young Beckham, yeah.
And what-
Ethan, don't even think about doing what you're going to do now.
If you can find it, producer Ethan, you produce. I'm not going to.
You know what? Every time I come on here, I'll be honest, my Wikipedia gets dismantled.
Really?
No, swear down. Everyone, like last time I was 3 foot something.
Today I learned he's got a Wikipedia page.
I know. Well, we're going to have a look at this now.
No, stop.
we didn't know that.
Everyone tampers with it every time I'm on here. Yeah. 3 foot up the RH was my name at one point. Like everyone just dismantles it. Now you're saying my film that I was in, you didn't say it was bad, but like that's what you're implying.
Right.
So
I did not imply.
don't want to hear it.
It was bad.
Don't want to
Slide
hear
me
it.
the laptop, please.
Yeah.
I would like to.
I
not
did
been updated in a
I
while,
did
though.
not
It needs
imply.
updating. It's
Right,
very
for
brief.
starters, I did not imply your film was bad. I've seen a
Stevie's
clip of
gonna
it and I
make
thought
it
your
good,
performance
yeah.
What are we
was
saying?
very
What's it
good.
called? Young Beckham.
Young Beckham, is it?
Young Beckham,
Yeah.
Is it as good as Young Sheldon?
No, it's just like it's
and
not
I thought
like a
your
film.
acting
It's like
was
a
very
young
good.
film. Like.
Yeah. Do you know what I
I
mean?
even had air in that back in the movie.
IMDb's never heard of it.
It wouldn't have. It was
too
just like a
good for
YouTube. It
IMDb.
was like a YouTube film. Like
Do you know what I mean? It was one of those
Yeah.
where IMDb don't need to get involved.
just playing myself.
Word of mouth was enough. Yeah.
The motivator coach I was getting him going and that
Yeah.
the young lad.
Come on, son.
Come
yeah.
on.
Did you
Up the
have a
R8 said to
script
him.
or did you ad lib?
He said, "You know what, Rye? You don't need a script. You just be yourself." That's what he said to me. Anyway, yeah.
So if anyone's any agents from Hollywood,
Hollywood.
Yeah, let's have a look at Beckham's hair,
I'm saying.
Wow.
bro.
Man,
I never
got
saw
the line
that.
that I have-
Beckham worked Turkey hardcore.
He did,
And he
didn't he?
wore hats for a long ass time.
Yeah. Why
Look
did
at it now, though. Look
why
at it. It's
why did he go
luscious.
Turkey though to get his hair done?
Yeah, he
Surely
put-
you can.
Well, I don't know
afford
he went
to go.
Turkey. I don't know if he went
Proper
Turkey.
job, him, innit?
Yeah.
He probably
Ouch.
wasn't
LA,
Turkey.
innit? LA job.
Yeah,
that.
LA.
Yeah.
Just embrace the baldness, Beckham. We need more people like Beck's being bald on our, fighting our cause. for
Not
us.
everyone suits the bald napper, do they?
No, that's true. To be fair,
Got a good. Stevie's got a good.
yeah, it's his
hair,
best
hasn't
feature. I think he's there.
My granddad's in his 80s. It still looks like this.
Yeah.
It's great.
Really?
Yeah.
Love that.
How lucky you are.
Old man's not, though.
No.
Don't know what our milkman looks like.
Santa Notch in the chat, Joyke Trot in the chat. Good to see you guys. We were going to talk about signings because we bought a player in that, and we thought, why not use it as an excuse to talk about our favourite signings? And as we walk past this picture, You pointed at this shirt, Mr. Stephen Howson, and told me that you had that there shirt that Eric the King is holding. Tell me that about him.
I'll have to find the photos because that day...
Yeah, December 1992, I believe.
Might not have been December. It might have been like 30th of November, maybe.
Right, okay.
Something like that. I don't know the exact date of whenever it was. I was on my 9th birthday party at Old Trafford, like the bad nerd that I am, in the museum. Me and a couple of the closest homeboys.
Exactly how it was. I remember them days.
So
bring a friend. Who you choosing? I'm not saying bring them both.
You you get a museum, they give you a trestle table for hot dogs and sausage rolls and shit like that. And then you get to go around the museum, photograph with the European Cup, Winners' Cup, all the big stuff. And then they says to us, you can't go in the press conference room because we're just signing a player. And then we finish the tour and we're just standing outside. Remember the old K stand with the steps?
Yes.
I don't know if the museum used to be there. Did it used to be there? I don't know why we would have been stood there.
Did the museum move? I can't remember.
Well, either way, we're standing at the side of K stand. I'm not sure if it was North stand or whatever.
Yeah,
but it would have been South stand, surely. Whatever. So we're standing at the side of K stand. My dad used to smoke roll-ups. My dad's come over like this. Yeah. And I've gone, who's he? I was 9, allow it.
Right, yeah, come on.
And he's gone, my dad's gone, just signed him.
Mate,
There you go.
I don't think
And then we see it in the paper the next day, that's the shirt. What happened to that iconic, very famous shirt?
He kept it because he's arguably our most iconic player ever.
Well, it was like a large or an extra large. It was
loads.
enormous, but it kind of didn't look that bad in the 90s because it was only like down at your wrist.
Exactly.
And that was all right. It was a lot
That's how we wore him.
with just spliffy jeans. And my mum saw a number 7 on it. What colour number 7, Jay?
Obviously white because it's white kit and white numbers and letters.
Black number 7 on it. Ruined it only the way a mother could.
I love that. I love the fact she's doing something nice as well. Like, I saw your number on for it. Do you know what I mean?
And it's
Last one, like, imagine
ruined
having that
it.
shit now, man.
Imagine that now with my love affair with the man as well.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
Mate, honestly, Eric Cantona. Imagine you interviewing Eric and you going,
Unreal,
"Look,
that.
I've got
remember this.
shit."
Ignore the black number 7.
Would that be your dream
What
one?
the fuck's happened? Who's done that?
He's like, "That's not the shirt that I signed with. What are you talking about?"
Would that be your dream one interview?
Done it?
He's done it.
Have you?
Imam Maki did it.
All that.
Yeah.
Where was you? Didn't get the call.
I can't even use any excuse I can think of. Can I? It's just like
Oh, it's class,
I was
that.
too busy, interviewing local councillors and stuff.
What would your dream one be?
Fergie.
Fergie.
So Matt, really?
Someone's
you
already
see,
done that.
you can have. Hey, there you go. Interviewing Sir Alex, not for everyone. I'm milking that before you do because I've no doubt you will, especially with the work you do.
I'd love to interview Beckham, but you're not getting an answer out of Beckham and anything. Everything's great and everyone's amazing.
He doesn't. Have you noticed with any interview he doesn't do anything, does he?
No.
He never says anything of.
Everyone's
substance. I'm not
amazing.
digging
Everyone's
him.
great. Everyone works their
Very
hard.
well
Yeah.
Fuck
trained.
off.
There's
Tell him
nothing
he's
like
a prick.
Yeah. Like I seen one of them and it was just like there was nothing there, but it's Beckham, so no one cares.
Look, he's definitely got aggression in him. You don't become that level of a footballer and bounce back the way he did without having an edge. And now he's just a fucking cue ball at the moment. He's just round and smooth and fucking boring and uninteresting. I'd love to just have 5 minutes of him off camera. He's like, I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
You go, oh, thank you. You are normal.
Yeah. Because you think about it as well, he came up early 90s when he went like Preston.
Yeah.
Then he's at United. So it was rough and tumble back in the
Course it
day.
was.
Wasn't like you weren't pampered like you were now. You were cleaning the boots
Bet
and everything.
senior pros were ruthless with
Yeah.
him as well.
Mate, big time. So
Neville says he was flash when he was on $37.50 a week. It's just him. Just who he is.
I love that story in Class of 92 where it's when you got to 26 games or whatever, you got like a Ford Focus. Not Ford Focus, Ford Escort.
He's like, can I have a seat?
And he was waiting for ages. He was stuck on 25 for ages. And then he said he finally got it and then it got nicked. Which is just mint. Here's one. Sav, that you can answer this. Hopper. Lads, do you think Bruno is being coached to play a late prime Rooney-like role in the years to come? You've coached Bruno on a one-to-one basis. Is what you do. Elite coaching. RH, check out the link in the description.
Top man. Thank you.
Do you see Bruno being coached to adapt to that sort of rule? Or?
You can ever compare Bruno to Rooney, to be honest. I don't think you can. Rooney was just a monster in himself.
Yeah, he's just wrecking
both.
the mics.
Both goal scoring as well as just complete over. He, dropped into midfield later on in his career. His aggression and stuff. Bruno's very different. Bruno's doing really well at the moment. He took a dip. For me, he took a dip, but he's starting to get back now. I know some fans find him a little bit frustrating and stuff like that, but he just makes things happen. He takes risks and stuff.
Otherwise
he's always looking for that, breaking a line and stuff.
95% pass accuracy. He's not trying.
100%.
Exactly.
But listen, we're talking about mentalities. I love his mentality. He's he's on at the ref. His work rate. He's the heart and soul of it. But
if he just did it a little bit more stoically, because he seems a bit emotional to me. The way he sometimes he's like, with the ref.
Yeah.
This Roy Keane still moaned. He's just doing it a bit more stoically. I think.
Rather than like a mad ass approach, like more like like you said
like
before about
like
were you saying like with the ref before, it's the way you communicate. No, it's different, but like
if you're like ref, shut up.
We were talking about this at the game the other night. I think the low point for me, this might be one of my low points as a United fan. In all honesty,
What, this podcast?
No, this is the high point. Obviously, was when Ilanga tackled Marcus last season against Leicester, and Bruno was kicking off for a penalty. And I remember standing there thinking, I don't know how much more I can do with this.
Clueless.
What has happened to my team? Like, we've got our players tackling each other and our other player arguing for a penalty because of it, and it's just like, this is horrible. Like, we need to sort this out.
Do you know what, though? I respect that.
Yeah. Why not? And I wouldn't mind, he was going berserk.
Claim for everything.
Yeah.
Always.
He was like pointing going, and the ref's going, you don't get a penalty for that. Like,
why?
Yeah.
Why not?
Game's gone.
Before VAR, you could probably get decisions by doing that. You know what I mean? But now it's difficult.
The guys at the ref's going,
now.
They took each other out.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah. No penalty.
Nah. Matt G says, what do you think happens at right back in the summer? Delo, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Williams and Laird on the books. Rumours Eric Ten Hag wants an upgrade too. Thanks, Matt G.
I'd like Malo Gusto.
Remind me.
Didn't go to Chelsea. He was that one.
Oh, he's the one that didn't go. Yeah. The only one. Right,
he was. Yeah, it was like they was literally trying to get him over the line, and United supposedly said to him, "Wait till the summer, because we fancy a tickle." And he waited till the summer. So,
is he good?
Yeah, mega.
Yeah, an upgrade.
I think so.
Yeah. If we get him, then who goes? Is it Wan-Bissaka?
Well, we tried to offload Wan-Bissaka in January.
Yeah.
But Crystal Palace didn't want to pay half of what we paid them. And we've made him better.
That says a lot, that, doesn't it? It doesn't say a lot about them. It says more about us, to be honest with you. Mike C's been a member of the Academy for 26 months.
Imagine. Hey, Joey, lad, we give you 50 million for 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you want him back for half as much?
Now he's 24.
25 million. Are you mad?
Yeah.
Must say his turnaround. Same with, that lot. Since his loan move and stuff like them, their improvement's been massive, haven't they?
I love it, mate, because it's like you can't count anyone out under Ten Hag. Just when you think, well, he's done.
Do you know what? I'm going to say Phil Jones.
I knew you were going to say that. No. Well, didn't Eric Ten Hag the other day say he didn't know where he is or something? Words to that effect. I don't know.
What is a Phil Jones?
Yeah, a what? So I think you might be on safe ground on that one, Steve. Mike C.
Imagine he brought him back, though.
I mean, that would be... Well, to be honest, right, what amazes me about...
Running down a tunnel like that.
Who did he play against?
He played against, was it
City?
Wolves?
Was it City or Wolves?
Wolves. It was Wolves. And he played... And this is the mad
No,
thing.
it was Anfield. He played at Anfield.
Yeah, no, let's forget that bit. That was...
Well, he did.
Yeah. I mean, I think he played against Wolves first, didn't he? Did all right.
Yeah. The fans loved him.
The fans were like,
no, he did it all right.
Yeah,
It wasn't even a great performance.
It was all right.
It just wasn't
because he's not been played. Yeah, because
someone was like, fucking hell, he passed it.
Ralph Ragnick went, he can play at Anfield. And even Phil Jones went, what?
When there's a match on?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Eric Bailly, you stay on the bench. We're going to give Phil a go.
Mad.
So Eric Barry's like, what? Phil Jones is like, do I have to?
I wonder what he was thinking.
And then we what? 3-0 down at outside or 2-0 down at outside.
Who, Eric Bailly? Currently serving a 7-match ban.
What did he do for that? I've forgotten.
He nearly kicked someone in the throat.
Eric Bailly
got the ball up.
I don't think there's anyone who's got a higher level and a lower level than Eric Bailly. When he's on
it, he's either unreal or a disaster.
Well, he's entertainment personified.
Yeah, he is. Like that.
You want him in your league? Maybe not for your team. No.
Yeah. Against the Scousers on pre-season, he was unbelievable. He was like...
Pre-season.
That's what you want.
I know it's pre-season.
You want
but
him
he was
in
just
the
like,
league because he could have a
is
great
this?
performance against your rivals, and he could also just like get like a 7-game ban.
Do you remember against Liverpool, he scored that own goal and posted it on his Twitter?
Eric Bailly is a level of crazy that people should aspire to be at.
Like that is good, that, isn't it? I think it was against Liverpool.
Him and Rowe at centre half was chaos.
How did we get away with that? How many games was that? That was far too many.
It was more than one, which is mental.
Yeah, and
They were good.
I know they were.
Remember Raho?
He never got a red card for us.
I don't know how.
What was got more?
What was it? You were telling me, didn't we buy him and we couldn't bring him over here because he was waiting trial for smashing his neighbour's head in?
Was it glassing him?
Oh, glassing his neighbour, sorry,
Jesus.
yeah. And then someone in the accounts or somewhere Googled him, went, you do know he's got a court case next month. And it was
Wasn't the an image come out of him smoking?
Also, Malo Gusto signed for Chelsea, did he?
Yeah. Oh, he did.
Oh,
there you go.
wow.
Steve made a mistake there of thinking Chelsea didn't sign everyone, and
All
they
right.
did.
So, not Malo Gusto.
Right, okay.
Unless,
Yeah.
probably not Malo Gusto.
All right. Well,
Bastard.
Does a Varane and switch.
apparently, we spoke to Florian Plettenberg this morning. He's saying, I think everyone knows this anyway, Chelsea were in for Sabitzer as well, but they got sidetracked with the Fernandes.
I've got an old phone I'm going to check, see if they were in for me. They were fucking in for everyone.
And it was like, because United moved quickly and like made a deal happen, and he wanted to come to Old
I
Trafford.
might bang my CV in. Just be like, listen, I know you're going to
Send that to Todd
Potter.
Bill, email him and go, you definitely should.
it.
Send him your Wikipedia page and your Beckham
Yeah,
film.
all
and go,
4 lines of it.
I'm looking for a new club.
100%.
And he'll
I'll be
go,
in there, mate.
he'll say to Potter on Monday, Graham, new lad for you.
Nice.
And I want paying 100 mil.
Yeah.
No, I said
Nothing less than
Graham.
100 mil.
No, you can have 90.
Graham, could I have a word?
Yeah.
He sacked RHN. Assistant Steve Howson announced.
Mate, that'd be mint, that, wouldn't it? You could sell. Would
Mate,
you,
imagine
right, if you
that.
took over
The
Chelsea,
assistant's proper meant to be the nice cop, though, innit?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
it
gonna
is.
work.
We have to change.
He's
Like
like
the
the one
Martin
that
O'Neill and Roy Keane.
You have to be the gaffer. And
Bad
I'll be
cop,
the
bad
assistant.
cop.
Yeah.
No, we have to change that.
Bad cop, unhinged
Yeah,
cop.
no, you do. Yeah, you be the gaffer, me man, and
Yeah.
I'll just be like
the players
soft,
can't go
soft
to him
approach.
to moan.
Imagine going to him to moan. He'd be like, fuck
Steve,
off.
can you have a word? Yeah. What?
He's fucking right.
Get me
in
the bat.
here.
Get me the bat.
What's your problem? Grow up. It's your job.
Mate.
Yeah.
Mike C says it's Friday. United are doing well. Liverpool rubbish. What more can a man want? If you did take over Chelsea, right?
Go on, it's, I guess it's not out of the realms of possibilities with Todd
And
Bowley,
I
is
want
it?
to cover me back here just in case it happens, so we can clip this up. Who would you sell to United? Because
Well, I'd probably start with Malo Gusto, I reckon. And I'd quickly also move Enzo Fernandez that way too.
Is
Yeah,
he
it's all
that
Fernandes,
good?
Yeah, I think he is, yeah.
Is he the real deal?
I mean, I kind of want to be proved wrong and he'd be shit because the implications of him being mega are not good for us.
No.
Unless he comes
I
in,
don't think it's going to happen now, though, is it?
belongs it out of the water and Real Madrid just start waving Euros under his nose. Be like, we also speak Spanish.
Yeah. I mean, how
Just
many can
bueno.
you have in your squad for the Premier League?
Like 25.
What's he going to do? And he got like 34 players or something?
I mean, Nottingham Forest had to
no,
sit someone out this week.
Really?
Hey, guess who's not in our Premier League squad? You.
Mate,
Good news for you, son.
mate, he didn't
You
even
can have
go.
a week off.
It fell through. Do you not see it?
No, he's meant to go on loan to Blackburn.
Blackburn,
wasn't he?
it fell through.
And then it was like, so you're not going on loan and you're not registered for
Oh,
us.
mate.
So see you training Monday
mental.
and every day after that.
Oh, mate, that's sickening. Who was it?
Can't remember his name.
Yeah, that's bad, that, innit, mate? That's so you just.
So yeah, so Chelsea have like only 3 of their 26 new signings can be registered in Europe. So loads of them are going to get the midweek off.
yeah.
Mayhem, absolute mayhem.
Love a bit of mayhem. Do hit the like button. Daniel Kirk says, big up Marcus today. Love that guy and love how you lot were loyal to him when no one else was last season. Glad you pointed out, Daniel, because we got a lot of stick for saying, do you know what? He's in a bit of a slump. He's a class player.
Over
He'll
fucking
come
broken
good.
back.
Sorry?
You're allowed a second chance. You play over broken
Yeah,
back.
but some people seem to call us, toxic positivity, I think we were accused of.
Yeah.
And,
Where was you when the Burb signed?
I was at home. Do you know what? That was, for me, the midfielder Lewis O'Brien was the one that was left out, if anyone cares. Because that was the day that City signed Robinho, wasn't it, as well?
Was it the same day?
Yeah, it was. 100%. It was the
Yeah, 'cause
maddest
we was the
transfer window
European
ever.
champions at the time.
Yeah, it was the maddest transfer
He
window
was
ever.
silky, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Ammy was watching it in our crew room.
Was, yeah.
Was he, yeah?
I remember, I think sure they was interviewing City fans outside about Berbatov and stuff.
Well, City tried
get
to
him,
buy
yeah.
him.
I know.
Yeah. And it was like an 11th hour bid. And
Well, we had to send Fergie to the airport because it's a brave man that goes, get in this taxi.
yeah, no, But he met. Do you remember the iconic picture of him on the walkway at Old Trafford where they shook hands? You remember?
No.
There was a video because they met actually at Old Trafford, and there was like the cameras could see through the walkway bit. You know, at the front in a Matt Busby statue above the shop to the right, as you're facing the statue.
Which is like just a random ass sales department, so that was definitely set up.
Of course. And he had Fergie walking over, especially if you've already been to the airport and met him anyway.
Just drove in a taxi with him and then went in a different door.
Shook his hand there.
And then shook his hand, and that was like, right, well, Berbatov's definitely signing for United. And then City fans were waiting for Rubino, and the best thing was Rubino signed for him and gave his press conference and said, as soon as United came in for me, there was only one club I was coming to.
Disaster.
Sorry, Chelsea. Chelsea. As soon as Chelsea came in for me, I was happy to be here. No, you're not at Chelsea. You're at what? What's a Manchester City? And why the fuck am I here? So, but to be fair, you know, he was the first one, wasn't he?
Not their worst Brazilian either.
Who was that? Was it Joe?
Joe was there.
Joe was awful.
What about, is it Aranio?
Ilano.
He started off good for him, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then he went.
They've had a lot of shit that they think's really good. Like King Clancy was fucking awful.
King Clancy had those 2 games, didn't he? And everyone like raved about it.
Highlight reel.
Amazing it was. As they got relegated.
What was he good in? First division.
Yeah.
He was shite. As a Premier League footballer, he was shite.
Yeah. Like,
shite.
Mate, them players that we had there with him, Tevez, Rooney. Who else did we have then? We had a forward running riot, wasn't there? Ronaldo as well.
I've never
running wild.
Welbeck
as well, yeah.
Leaving Berber out of the squad. Or Tevez out of the team in 2009.
He was ruthless, Fergie, though, wasn't he? Just didn't care, did he?
Champions League final, top scorer. Don't give a shit, you're not playing. What? I'm playing Michael Owen. What are you on about?
Do you know what? There was something that confused me for the 15 years since, where he said, probably wasn't even 15 years, 13 years, where he was like, Rooney and Michael Owen are too similar a player to play together.
What?
You fucking what, mate?
Fergie said that.
Fergie.
The thing is, right, Fergie got to a certain age where he just say the most random things ever. Like, Phil Jones could be our best ever player.
Oh, what? Duncan Edwards.
Yeah.
Is it Duncan Edwards?
No, he can't. What are you on about?
Wow.
I think he was either having a laugh or just, you know.
That's come back to haunt him, that, innit?
Do you know what, though? I think he wrote his autobiography thinking Nick Powell's a new Scholes. Because he's taking so much credit for Nick Powell. And with like 10 years on, you're like,
where's he at, Wigan?
It's not the zinger you think it is.
Wigan,
No.
Where's he at, Nick Powell?
I'm probably fucking playing for us next time. Like, who was it?
Not no
so
more.
I got a mate. I got a mate that's.
Not no more. Are you slagging him off on a podcast?
I feel like, sorry for Nick Powell, it's not his fault. Greatness was thrust upon him and it was beyond him. Was it his fault that Louis van Gaal thought a good idea to keep us in Europe was taking off one matter and bringing on Nick Powell? That's not his fault.
I think one of my mates was at Wigan.
Oh, is it Stoke?
He came to Wigan,
you know,
and he was like, my mate's like, he's fucking fat. Like, you can't keep up. This is at the time, I'm pretty sure Ravel Morrison was turning up on trial because he was getting sacked from, was he at Lazio at the time?
Lazio, yeah.
And he'd worked out that if he trained for a week, they could only fine him for 2. So he's like, double my money. So he was only training 1 week a month at Lazio, and he was overweight. And like Wigan trialled him and was like, no thanks. Rooney's done a miracle.
Joke, mate.
He's the only manager that he's ever managed to like successfully play consistently for. That alone.
When I did him in
pre-season, he needed like
clearly
at the time, especially when he was a kid.
What do you reckon Rooney did? Just get on a smash with him.
When I had him in pre-season, you know, he's coming down to train. He just said like everything, like from like man management to the way he wants me to play on the pitch. He just gets me.
Really?
Just go on the pitch and just do your thing, and then off the pitch, arm round him, making sure he's all good and anything he needs. And that's probably what Ravel needs. You know what I mean? Every environment, he's been sort of pushed out, hasn't he, really?
You've not seen the interview with Toffee TV that Rooney did. It's brilliant.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant bit of content. If you've not seen it, go and check it out.
Details. And he said he was a details-heavy player, which you don't think. You think Rooney played off instinct. But, he's talking about, I think he gets asked about what makes a player at a higher level. And he goes, it's just details. He goes, and they have to be like just part of your game that you just do. If you don't do them, you're not going to be at the top level. And you'll know exactly this sort of thing. But, knowing what foot the guy next to you is and the guy in front of you is, so you can pass it to the right foot at the right time. Yeah, that's the difference between pros and amateurs. Is the pros are putting that ball to the correct foot at the correct speed. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, maybe 19 times out of 20. So you can control it, and then you can go and do whatever. And they're not played behind you. They're not played to your wrong foot. There's a detail on both the pass and the instruction. Yeah. And listening to Rooney talk about that for me is the stuff I love.
I've not seen that
to pros.
It's really good. So good, and what I love about it as well is he's so honest as well in that interview. Like he talks about being at Everton and the players just being terrible.
I've seen that clipped up actually.
Yeah, where he got there.
He's like, I'm Ferguson.
He said I was fuming because I'm an Evertonian, and you want your team to be good for 2 reasons. One, you want to play good players, and 2, you support the club. And he's going to get there, and they're all crap.
Is that the one where he said that when he was a youngster, he looked up to him, and then when he was in there, he was like, why have we ever looked up to him?
Yeah. First training session, you're all shit, by the way.
Yeah.
Imagine a 16-year-old kid, and him being right. That must have been the hardest thing to take, is that not only has he just shown us up, he's our best player, and he's right. Yeah. And then a couple of years later, he's like, fuck this shit, I'm off to United.
It's mad as well, because Chelsea were in for him, weren't they? Everton did a deal to sell him to Chelsea.
Newcastle
and loan him to... Oh, sorry. There was one where it was... I thought I might be Newcastle, where it was... But to loan... No, must have been Chelsea, because it was to buy him, he said on this interview anyway, and then loan him to Middlesbrough. That was the deal they'd set up. And he's like...
Is this 2004?
I'm not doing that.
And then he plays in the Champions League.
And he's like and then they said, well, if you want to go to United, you've got to put in a transfer request.
I remember watching that game, just like, what the fuck have we just bought, man? Honestly, what have we just bought here?
That's got to be the best debut.
Is that the best debut you've ever seen? Well. The left leg, the free kick.
It's like, I think I've heard Giggs talking about, like, he's lining the free kick up on his debut, and Giggs is like, fuck it, have a go.
Imagine having the balls though to
move Ryan Giggs out of the way.
Like, move, lads.
Watch how this is done.
I've got 2 here.
Yeah. And then he's like, boom, have some of that.
That was so amazing.
Hell. Literally, I remember going, I was with, watched it with Ben. I remember walking home after the game going, what have we just signed?
That is unreal, man. It was so fucking buzzing when we got him, honestly, because he'd been so good in that Euros, hasn't he? And then obviously to come to United, you think, can he do it on the bigger stage? Because he wasn't prolific, was he? He was, he scored great goals rather than a great goal scorer.
Overall game as well, like he's just a machine.
I still think
his work rate, his desire, like
I think people dismiss him.
Football IQ was
unbelievable.
Because people think Rooney, thick, but the football IQ, he was just a man that understood the game, in a massive way.
Yeah, he's good, man.
And you have to, because like he was a striker, and then he just like Giggs did. Move back into midfield and could still control games from there because of it, like you said, Steve, footballing brain, his technique was a joke as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, not everyone can go deeper. Look at Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, that worked out really well for him, didn't it?
Did all right in a free roll, run around like a fucking loon.
Linchpin in that 2014.
Slippery slope, that one.
Yeah. Ricocheting off his fucking ankle and his shin. Well, yeah, you ask him to try and do a bit. Try and sit there and do what fucking Carrick does. Don't fucking think so.
Didn't quite work.
Carrick, so underrated Carrick.
I read an article on that, in the game against Chelsea where Gerrard cost him the title.
Get your pants off.
Yeah, and it talked about Mourinho's tactics for that game. And he was like, it's a circus here. They think we're the clowns because of all the crowd and everything, and we're going to show them we're not the clowns. And he said, like, if 2 of you, he said Mark Schwarzer was in goal, because he played a reserve team, didn't he? Because he had the Champions League game on a Wednesday. People forget that Chelsea team, like Demba Ba and Mark Schwarzer and all them lot were and Mo Salah, who played for Chelsea at the time, was like, they weren't getting in the team, but he played with Rezzies because he had, I think, Atletico Madrid in a week. And he said, at half time, if 2 of you come back here, if at least 2 of you haven't been booked for time wasting, I'm going to go berserk. He said, when the first goal kick we get, he said, like, was it, what's his name, Branislavovic? He says, I want you to go to the other end of the pitch and then I want you to put your hand up and say, you're going to come and take it. So, and then if you remember the picture where when the ball went out for throwing and he grabbed the ball and he won't give it Steven Gerrard back, Jose, he's got the ball. He said it's just time wasting constantly. And it obviously got in their heads, and it was like riling up the crowd and riling up all the players, and then obviously to get that goal just before half time, and the rest is history.
We had a team do it to us last year. I think it was 2-2 at the time, and I will never settle for a draw. I am like, let's fucking go. Anytime there's like, especially the last 5 minutes of a game, we are fucking going for the win, no matter what. And we've lost a lot doing that. Not a lot, but we've lost. And we've also won games as well doing it. But I'm not here for a draw. Let's fucking go win. You know what I mean? And there was we was playing on a 4G pitch, and the keeper was digging out a spot for his fucking goal kick. And honestly, he got in my head, and I lost it. I just fucking completely lost my fucking mind. Lost my mind with him. Yeah. Like
Well, you know what I mean? That's the dark
Walking
arts.
a long way round.
Yeah.
Changing the side you're taking it.
Yeah.
Step back, walk up to it, pick it up, move it.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's class when the keeper's
because even in the process of booking them, because it takes so long to actually get a booking for time wasting.
Yeah.
The act of booking them wastes more time than anything.
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant. Like, and keepers never get booked. So like, that is a
Keepers
free
only
one.
ever get booked for time wasted in like the 90th minute.
It's
when
mean
it's
when-
right at the end and the referee goes, right, you took the piss now.
when they collect the ball and just dive on the floor.
Yeah,
Like, just
last minute.
No one's near him and they just dive on the floor. But no
Right.
one can say, well,
What
get
you
up.
doing?
Like, 'cause, that's the job, innit?
That's the perfect one, that, innit? Little Yo-Yo says, I'm being a little bit petty, but apparently there's reports of Juve looking to terminate the contract of Paul Pogba. Happy we got Sabitzer. Nah, I'm done with the Pogba thing and the whole Pogba thing. That was never happening for me. Ivanovic, thank you. My pronunciation was awful. Make sure you're hitting the like button. RH, what are you up to this weekend?
Working, coaching, watching a few games. That's me. I might be on here tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I
actually.
think you are. I think Joe's got his eye on you.
Joe's
Getting
selected
you in
me.
there. Joe's been doing the rounds.
Got the scouting report and got the job.
Yeah.
Trying to get his man in there.
Go and check out RH. There's a link in the description. Check out his elite coaching, the videos he puts on there and stuff like that. You've got a big game then, obviously. Did you say top of the league or the team above you? Sorry.
They're above us in the league.
And what,
Fancy
I don't want. I'm not being negative. I'm asking a genuine question. What if you lose this? What is that in terms of?
Well,
It was that. What is that? 7, 6?
I mean, it'd be 5 in the league,
Right, sorry,
plus
I
a
didn't
friendly,
want-
plus the previous
be up
league
for the
game.
chop,
But for me
couldn't it?
personally, 7. Luckily, I'm the one who gets to decide whether I get sacked or not.
Someone put in the chat.
And
Forgive me.
I'm on my own side. so-
Someone said, Black Wolf, said Howson out. John Davey, this is in the super chat, says Steve giving himself the vote of confidence up the RH.
on a serious note,
Sorry.
Football
I don't
manager, innit?
I don't really like it when managers don't get time anyway.
Yeah.
But you have to be realistic about. We've been in 3 leagues in 3 seasons. The levels that we've gone through in that time are just bananas. Like, you should come down and have a look because you saw us in the first season. I think you'd be like, Jesus, so different.
Come on so much.
The development that we've gone through has been bonkers, and ultimately that ride is always going to slow down at some point. And every
FC
single
United,
season it's getting
they
harder
got
and
promoted, and then all of a sudden it was like you get to a point where you can't just keep going
It's
there.
hard, innit?
We're 6 points off promotion spot.
Well, that's,
It's
how long's
doable.
left? How many games left?
We're at halfway point.
All right, you're laughing then.
Do you know what I mean?
So it's
And
not it's done.
we've just had this crazy run where I think 2 of those we could have won. So, you know,
If you go on a run, you're right back in there, aren't
and
you?
we're capable of going on a run. Last week I had 18 unavailable.
Is that it?
18?
You think you are Louis Van Gaal,
How
United?
big's your squad?
Well, more than 18.
Mate, that is mental.
He's like Graham Potter.
Graham Potter.
He's
with all
now
the
his last
signings.
25 players.
So that was you know, with reserves and stuff like that. Last week we didn't have a full bench. We only had 3, and that was every single player that was registered and available that day we took.
Do you know what I forgot? You was asking me if I played 11 aside, and I said I've not played for years.
Yeah.
But I remember me and this lad called Crusher were coaching this in my old job at the business league, and we had this game where everyone got injured, and we were 9-0 down, and I had to come on.
9-0 down.
Yeah, we lost 17-0. So I didn't help turn it around.
Wow.
About 5 minutes, yeah.
That was in within Sean and 4G, you know, where you play. Yeah, last night I came on to the 85th minute. But I remember coming on like a sec, because one of the lads was like, oh, I looked, there's no one on the bench.
Bring
I was
his
like, it
half
was only
on.
me left.
Shit.
I was like, shit, it was horrible. This guy just had me on toast. Jacob Carroll says, Axel is at Stoke on loan. What a player, if not injured. Brian Casey says, afternoon, lads. In your opinion, this is the last question before I wrap up. Which ex-United player that played under Sir Alex has had the best managerial career?
It's Bruce or Keane, surely.
Everyone's sort of flat to deceive a bit, haven't they?
Yeah, Robbo had a great start.
Start,
Very
yeah.
good one,
Then
didn't he?
Strachan
Middlesbrough
did well in.
Did he win them 2? He got 2 cup finals, didn't he?
Lost them both and got relegated.
That's not good.
Good season that.
Keane's is good though, isn't it, for Sunderland?
Keane's at Sunderland was really good.
Ipswich was a bit,
Yeah, a bit wild. That.
yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those. No one's really.
The thing is, managing's it's a
Darren
zero-sum game,
Ferguson.
really, at the end of the day.
Darren Ferguson,
Yeah.
Peterborough.
I love the fact Fergie's like helped prop him up for a bit.
Yeah,
didn't he?
it's mad.
I love when
When
Darren Ferguson got sacked.
And he
Of
took all that
Malo
away.
Gusto
Yeah.
did join Chelsea, but he's been loaned back.
course he has. There you go.
So I was only half wrong.
Someone's saying Hughes, Giancarlo
Hughes, yeah.
Buscone.
Very good, yeah.
I mean, yeah, they've done all right, haven't
He's
they?
at Bradford now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Make sure you go and check out Steve on Stretford Paddock FC and his own channel as well. Make sure you go and check out RH Elite Coaching. And he'll be back here tomorrow in with Joe Smith for the watch along against Crystal Palace. We'll also be getting his take on things after that as well. So make sure you are hitting like, share and subscribe. This has been The Brew. That's been Stephen Howson. That's been Ryan Hopper. I've been Jay Motty. Thanks for watching.